Khamzat Chimaev has reignited one of the wildest rivalries in modern MMA, and this time, he's not just trading words. After Ikram Aliskarov's bold claim that he's ready for a rematch anytime, anywhere, Chimaev fired back with a message that hit deeper than anyone expected. At the same time, Islam Makhachev's manager just revealed why the lightweight king almost lost his spark for fighting, and Daniel Cormier accidentally dropped a wholesome hot mic moment that fans can't stop replaying. Meanwhile, Umar Nurmagomedov clapped back at Ilia Topuria's trash talk, Alex Pereira's heavyweight ambitions are stirring chaos, and Yair Rodriguez just went under the knife to fix an injury that nearly derailed his career. This week, MMA isn't just about fights, it's about pride, redemption, and rivalry. Let's unpack it all, because the fight world has never been this unpredictable. Ikram Aliskerov probably didn't expect one casual interview to light up the entire community. He told reporters he was always ready to face Chimaev even on short notice, just a professional comment, right? Wrong. Khamzat saw it as a shot across the bow. Within hours, he went online calling out what he saw as hypocrisy in the media and fan base. When I say I'll fight someone from Dagestani, people turn it into an ethnic issue. When they say they'll fight me, suddenly it's just sport. That single post spread like wildfire. To some, Khamzat was just being brutally honest. To others, he was fanning flames that didn't need reigniting. But if you know Khamzat, you know he thrives in chaos. It fuels him. And the tension between him and Ikram isn't new. It's history repeating itself. Back in 2019, a young, hungry Chimaev met Aliskarov in Brave CF, and in one devastating round, he flatlined him. That knockout became one of the first viral moments of Khamzat's rise. 5 years later, both men have evolved, stronger, smarter, heavier hitters. But Khamzat's message felt personal. Don't forget how this started. Now fans are split. Some believe Ikram deserves redemption. Others think Khamzat would steamroll him again. And UFC matchmakers, they're definitely watching the tension build. If this fight gets booked, it's not just a rematch, it's revenge, ego, and legacy all colliding in one cage. You've got to respect Ikram's grind though. When Robert Whittaker lost his opponent and the UFC needed a replacement fast, Ikram stepped up without hesitation. No full camp, no excuses, just pure grit. Most fighters would have turned it down. Whittaker is one of the most dangerous men alive. But Ikram saw it as a chance to prove himself. Unfortunately, courage doesn't always equal victory. Whittaker's timing was perfect. 2 minutes in, the fight was over. Still, fans noticed something different. Even in defeat, Ikram showed heart. And that counts in this sport, because fans remember fighters who show up. Now people are calling him one of the most underrated middleweights in the division. He might have lost the battle, but he earned respect, and that's what keeps his story alive. And if that rematch with Khamzat ever happens, it's not just another fight, it's a redemption arc 5 years in the making. But just as the internet started debating that storyline, Khamzat made headlines again for falling into one of the oldest traps online. In the age of trolls, no one's safe, not even a monster like Khamzat Chimaev. A fake reignited derailed account popped up on social media posting a collage caption, "Shut up, rat." It looked real enough to fool half the MMA world. Khamzat saw it and instantly fired back. "You better cry, baby, you tapped out." Within minutes, screenshots were everywhere. Fans were dying laughing. Even Rainier himself chimed in later, clarifying he hadn't posted a thing. It became a meme fest. The Chimaev versus fake Rainier saga. It's funny, but it also shows something deeper. Fighters live under constant pressure. One fake post, one tweet, and suddenly millions are talking. Even the best can get baited when emotions run high. And while the internet was busy laughing, one UFC legend stepped in to talk about something that actually mattered, the fine line between bravery and stupidity inside the cage. Michael Bisping never bites his tongue, and on his podcast he tackled Rainier de Ritter's corner stoppage head-on. He said the decision to throw in the towel wasn't weakness, it was wisdom. Too many coaches care about ego. A good coach knows when enough is enough. Bisping's been there. He fought with one eye, took brutal damage, and knows how pride can destroy a fighter's future. He reminded fans that sometimes the bravest thing a fighter can do is live to fight another day. And that hit home with a lot of people. But then Bull Nickel added another twist. Maybe Rainier wasn't quitting at all. Maybe his body had already betrayed him. Bull Nickel, one of MMA's brightest prospects, revealed that he'd heard whispers about Rainier's brutal weight cut and possible illness leading into fight week. He broke it down simply. You can look elite for 7 minutes, then your gas tank just disappears. That's not skill, that's your body shutting down. It happens more than fans realize. Sometimes fighters push through sickness or dehydration just to make it to the cage. Nickel defended Rainier, saying one bad night doesn't define a career. And he's right. Every fighter has that one fight they wish they could erase. That idea, losing motivation, losing rhythm, connects perfectly to another fighter who recently admitted the same struggle. Islam Makhachev? You'd think holding UFC gold would keep a fighter motivated forever. But for Islam Makhachev, dominance started to feel. According to his manager, Rizvan Magomedov, Islam felt like every camp was the same weight cut, same opponents, same pressure. Rizvan said Islam confessed he was starting to lose the fire and that terrified him. So instead of waiting to burn out, he decided to level up. He's moving to welterweight. He needed a new challenge, Rizvan said. Islam wants to feel the hunger again. Now he's facing Jack Della Maddalena, young, explosive, dangerous. For Islam, this isn't about defending a belt anymore, it's about testing legacy. Fans are buzzing. Will his dominance translate to a bigger, faster division? Or will the new weight class expose holes we haven't seen? Either way, Islam looks rejuvenated, sharper, hungrier, like a man reborn. And while he's finding purpose again, another fighter from the same camp is making headlines of his own for clapping back at one of the UFC's loudest mouths. Ilia Topuria never misses a chance to stir the pot. He recently joked that if Islam loses his next fight, he'll have to go back to herding sheep in Dagestan. It was meant to be funny, but Dagestani fighters didn't take it that way. Umar Nurmagomedov, recovering from hand surgery, decided to respond. He didn't yell, didn't insult, he simply stated facts. He reminded fans that he fought through a broken hand against Morab Dvalishvili, which made him look fatigued. When something in your body breaks, your whole system goes into survival mode, he explained. It wasn't an excuse, it was context. Now, fully healed, Umar says he's coming back to prove that he's the future of the division. And given how talented he already is, that statement carries weight. Ilia, of course, hasn't backed down. He's teasing a title defense in Los Angeles, possibly against Justin Gaethje or even Paddy Pimblett, but no fight is confirmed yet. Either way, Topuria's found himself in the middle of yet another rivalry with Dagestan's finest. And fans, they're eating it up. But while all that drama was unfolding, something much lighter and way funnier happened behind the scene. Picture this, Daniel Cormier leaning in to give Tom Aspinall some motivational words, except he's still wearing a hot mic. The audio captured DC whispering right into Tom's neck mic saying, "Bro, you're on the verge of something crazy. Keep working hard." Fans couldn't stop laughing. The clip exploded across social media with captions like "DC turned into the fight world's life coach." Even Aspinall cracked up about it later. But underneath the comedy was a touching moment, a veteran reminding a rising star not to take success for granted. And Aspinall's reaction summed up why fans love him: calm, humble, and laser-focused. He said, "I'm just here to fight whoever they put in front of me. No beef, no ego, just work." That attitude is exactly what separates a temporary contender from a future legend. And that brings us to one fighter who might soon test him, the man known as Poatan. Rumors of Alex Pereira moving to heavyweight have been floating around for months, but now even Cyril Gane has weighed in. Gane said Pereira would be a massive problem for anyone in the division, literally and figuratively. He praised Pereira's growth since moving to light heavyweight, noting that his power and physique keep evolving. Fans are drooling over the idea of Pereira versus Aspinall, striking master versus technical powerhouse. When reporters asked Tom if he'd be interested, he didn't flinch. "If the UFC offers it, I'll take it. If not, I won't. Simple. No drama, no call-outs, just a professional ready for whatever's next." It's that mindset, quiet confidence, that's slowly making Aspinall one of the most respected names in the game. And while that potential clash brews, one beloved fighter just hit pause, not because of choice, but because his body demanded it. Yair Rodriguez finally addressed an injury that had been haunting him for months, a damaged hand that refused to heal. He went in for surgery this week, posting a lighthearted video from the hospital saying, "I tried to fight through it, but sometimes your body forces you to stop." Doctors estimate a 2 to 4 month recovery before he can return to full training. It's frustrating, sure, but Yair seemed relieved. Sometimes fixing the problem is better than hiding it. His story highlights a brutal truth: MMA fighters often walk into the cage far from a 100%. They push through injuries most people couldn't work through at a desk job. And that's what makes this sport both inspiring and terrifying. It's a constant battle against limits. When Yair comes back, fans know he'll come back swinging harder than ever. From Khamzat's explosive callouts to Islam's rebirth, from Umar's quiet defiance to DC's viral whisper, this week reminded everyone why we can't look away. In MMA, stories change overnight. One tweet can spark a feud, one injury can reshape a division, and one whisper can inspire the next champion. Khamzat's anger, Islam's discipline, Umar's pride, Yair's resilience, they're all chapters in the same story, the endless fight for purpose. Because underneath the gloves and cameras, every fighter is chasing the same thing, that feeling of being alive when the cage door shuts. So buckle up, fight fans, because if this week was wild, next week might just break the internet. If you love keeping up with the chaos, the rivalries, and the redemption arcs that make MMA the most unpredictable sport in the world, make sure you're here for the next one. Because in this game, nothing stays the same for long.